Hi, I'm Boris, your guest presenter on your Phuket TV. I'm here today at the Hilton Phuket Arcadia Resort and Spa, and what a special day it is today. I'm joined by two fine gentlemen. One, a global blues iconic, and the organiser for the Blues Rock Festival Phuket 2010. The global blues iconic, no less than Charlie Musselwhite, and Andy Anderson in the background sorting out the show that's going to come. Gentlemen, welcome to Phuket.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
That's good. So Andy, can I ask you, start off with yourself, when did the festival start and how did it take shape and form itself?
We started in 2005,
Right.
The weekend before Christmas, because we wanted to have a positive event along with all the sadness associated with the tsunami anniversary that year.
For sure.
And everything was looking very good until the week of the festival, when the weather turned extremely bad on us. We had a hurricane go through Phuket that
Oh no.
Oh, it was terrible. So the beautiful field at the Hilton here that we were going to have the concerts, ended up under 3 inches of water. It was terrible. But
A nightmare.
we were able to move the whole production inside to the big ballroom here, so at least we saved some of the show.
Right.
The problem, of course, was that nobody came because they thought it was cancelled because of the weather.
Oh dear.
So,
Oh dear. So your role, Andy, in the whole thing, I mean, are you overseeing the whole show? Are you involved in everything? Tell me a little bit about, exactly where you do it, from sort of start to finish.
I basically make sure that everything gets done the way I want it to get done, and I oversee everything. I don't micromanage everything. We have a few people in the committee, of course, but I basically make the big decisions and make sure things get done on time.
So there must be quite a responsibility to make sure that it all comes together right on that side. And actually, what is the date of the festival?
It's 26th and 27th of February, which is Friday and Saturday.
Right, okay.
And always now the last weekend in February.
Okay, very cool. All right, now we've better turn to this chap here. Charlie Musselwhite, thank you very much for coming to talk to us today.
My
An
pleasure.
absolute honour to see you. Okay, let's start off with your good self. You're at the highlight of the Blues Festival, the mainline act. How did it all start and when did it start? What made you suddenly decide that's the route that you wanted your life to go in?
Well, I always liked music, but I never had any idea of being a professional musician. But since I love blues so much, and I had taught myself to play, and I'd made it a point when I was growing up around Memphis, Tennessee, to get to know all the blues singers.
Right.
I didn't know at the time, but I was preparing myself for a career.
Right, yeah.
Or I'd have paid a lot more attention.
Yeah, cool, okay.
And then later I went to Chicago and met everybody. John Lee Hooker, Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf.
You met John Lee Hooker?
He was the best man at my wedding. And Little Walter, Big Walter.
Incredible.
I knew them all. And they all had learned from the same guys I'd known in Memphis. But now here I am, a kid in Chicago, learning from those guys.
Right.
But still, at first, I didn't tell anybody I played. I was happy to just hang out and have some drinks and chase the women. And one night, a waitress that I'd gotten to know pretty good told Muddy, "You ought to hear that boy play harmonica." And that was the point where it all turned. Because he called me up to sit in, and from then on, whenever Muddy saw me, he'd always have me sit in. People started hearing me playing because a lot of musicians hung out at this club where Muddy played at, and they started offering me gigs. So, in a nutshell, that's why I'm here now talking about it.
So it's his fault?
Yeah, it's his fault. No, it's that waitress's fault.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. Well, there you go. So now, to present, I mean, do you find yourself time that you can play at home or play just for your own pleasure, or do you practice hard? How do you sort of keep at the front end of your playing style?
Well, I'm always working, so I don't really need to rehearse.
No.
But I do, I'll think of some idea and I'll try it out to see how it works. I'm always thinking of new ideas.
Yeah, right.
I mean, blues is only, 3 chords, but it's endless.
Yeah,
the ways that you can express yourself.
Yeah, for sure. I love blues. I've been an avid fan for a long time. So I know that you've made a few albums, or how many albums? How many albums have you actually produced?
To tell you the truth, I lost track. I
You
think
that
it's
many, okay.
in the neighborhood of 30.
At 30? Oh, okay, right. That's excellent. And do you have a favourite? And if so, why?
Well, the one that put me on the road and gave me a career was the first one, called Stand Back. It came out in 1967.
Right.
I've been on the road ever since.
Ever since,
so I guess that's my favorite.
Yeah. Well, we spoke earlier and you said you're permanently jet lagged, so I can understand why. Now, you've got plenty of other bands coming along. Is there some that you'd like to highlight and mention that are going to be at the festival? I know you've got some good literature there, and these posters are all over Phuket, just reminding everybody to be there.
They will be.
So let's see, who have you got there? Pull a few out for me.
Our number 2 name is a man by the name of Clapton, but it's not the one you may think. His name is Richard Clapton.
Right.
He's from Australia, and he is very famous down under. He is not particularly famous in the rest of the world, but he is very famous in Australia, and he will hopefully pull in all the Aussies in Thailand to this show.
Okay, great.
He started in 1970. He became famous in 1975 with his first hit, and it's been very popular ever since.
Yeah.
Going strong.
Good.
We have another man from the United States called Rich Harper. He is an awesome guitar player, singer, songwriter. He has been every year a popular man.
Yeah.
And we have also another American by the name of Andy Gonzalez, who is from Arizona, awesome bass player, singer, songwriter. He's going to play with a local band.
Okay, good.
And we have, I have to read here now, we have a Norwegian band for the first time.
Right, okay.
They call themselves the Prodigal Sons.
Okay. I wonder how they get on with the temperature when they're over here.
That's a compilation of 5 seasoned musicians that came together a couple of years ago to form a touring band type thing.
Okay.
And we have next one is Akasha from Malaysia.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's a world music band. They play anything from blues, jazz, Cuban, Latino to modern type music. It's a fusion type music. There's an 8-piece band. And I'm really looking forward to hearing them. I've heard them on the internet and some records, and it's very unique.
Okay, excellent.
Then we have Lady Nikki from Australia. She was here last year, and she turned a lot of heads and sold out her entire CD collection.
Fantastic.
So we invited her back. She was very popular.
Why not? Why not?
Wonderful, charming Australian lady with her own band.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good track record.
And then we have our local favorites, the Groove Doctors.
Right.
They come back every year with a new lineup. They change gears every year with new musicians and new style of music.
Right.
2 local guys. And they call themselves the Groove Doctors and Friends. So it'll be about 6 or 8 to 10 people on stage. We never know, we never know what they're going to do.
Yeah, yeah, almost like a jam session.
Yeah. And then George Cordero, an American that resides in Phuket with his band called the Phi Jang Blues Gang. Also excellent combination of Thai and Filipino musicians in the band. And we have another compilation of Farangs from Bangkok. It's a multinational band, guitar-based band from Bangkok called Retrovision. First time at the festival. Also a gang of seasoned musicians. And finally, last but not least, Robert Johnson. Robert Johnson. Robert Johnson, isn't he dead? Well, this is another one.
I don't know.
Robert One Man Johnson is going to play acoustic guitar, and he's got his own, it's a one-man show playing 3 or 4 or 5 instruments.
Oh, cool.
Very, very...
so a heady cocktail of artists then, really.
Yes.
I mean, so you must be really excited and looking forward to it.
You bet.
I bet, with all that organisation as well. But you must also be looking forward to that few days after when you can get a little bit of time off, or do you have to sort of get involved in clearing the thing down? Or?
Well, the first 2 or 3 weeks after the show, we're busy, clearing everything up and editing all the tapes from the television companies and so forth, and we're try to put a movie together that we can use for promoting next year's event.
Okay, cool. Well, you're going to be a movie star next. How do you feel about that?
Actually, I'm in a horror movie called Pig Hunt.
Okay, excellent.
In which many people get hurt.
Will that be on sale at the festival? I don't think it's such a good idea.
I don't have any copies of it.
No. Okay, and how much are you looking forward to the festival?
This is the highlight of my life.
Oh, that's it. Excellent. Hey, well played. Excellent answer.
This is as good as it gets.
This is as good as it gets, man. Okay, that's excellent. And really, one more final thing. I can see on the table there's a harmonica, which I'm told that you're pretty good at. Is that right?
Who told you that?
I don't know. I wonder if you just like to prove it. Let's hear it, shall we?
Well, it's got 10 little holes,
right,
and each hole has 2 reeds, but you can make a lot of... It's the only instrument you can't see how to play it.
Okay.
You can watch anybody play anything else with it.
Hey, thank you very much. Well done. Excellent. Gentlemen, that's been absolutely great pleasure for me to meet the pair of you. Thanks ever so much for coming. Superb.
Thank you.
I'm really looking forward to going to the concert myself, and hopefully I'll see you there, which will be really good.